What's up, my good people, and welcome back in to the Bully Ball Show on Sparks TV. I'm your host, Nino Sparks the Don, aka the Mid-Range Bully. Let's get it. Now, Austin Reaves, AR-15, aka the new Jared West. Yeah, I said it. We're looking at the new number one option for my Los Angeles Lakers people, and it looks good. Pause. But I got Austin Reaves for most improved player next season. I also got him as a first-time All-Star. And hell, he might even make an All-NBA team. Yeah, I'm reaching that far. Because now we're seeing a guy who not only has developed since he's come into the league, but we're seeing a guy coming into his own. And I don't even think he's reached his ceiling yet. And he's only 25. Just got the bag. Now he's with Team USA. And if you've been watching the Team USA games, they just played Spain. And Austin Reaves, he looks real good. The jumper looks good. The handle looks good. And like I just said, he's going to be the clear number one option next season. And he should be. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, look, LeBron's still on the team. They know what the fuck are you talking about? That's the number one option. But you clearly must be a casual. Because if you've been watching the games, you can see that LeBron, although he's not declining, he clearly cannot be the number one option anymore. And I'm not saying he can't do it on a given night. I'm not saying he can't still turn up in the playoffs. But expecting a guy in year 21, is it year 21 or 22? I don't even know. He's been in there for a minute. Expecting him to be the number one option is delusional. Especially when you got a stacked team from top to bottom. And after the trade last season, you could clearly see what our future backcourt could look like with him and D'Angelo Russell. Now, I think Austin Reaves should be and could be and should be the point guard running the show. And I think he will be, and I think the ball will majority of the time be in his hands. Which will move D'Angelo Russell to the shooting guard at a role that I think he's more suited for. Not asking him to do so much, be the guy to initiate the offense. Just focus on getting your buckets and make the right play. But Austin Reaves is a guy who is either going to get a bucket or he's going to get somebody a bucket. Very rarely will he turn the ball over. And you still got LeBron running the offense as well. But I think this could be the year where LeBron not only, will defer more than he has in the years past, but I think this could be the year where he averages the least amount of minutes in his career. And rightfully so, because we need him for the playoffs. And LeBron religiously, every season, likes to coast through the season. I'm not going to disrespect him by saying coasting like he's not playing or trying hard. But I mean coast by taking his time. Not driving to the basket as much earlier during the season, banging into guys and stuff like that. Pause. But this team is loaded from top to bottom. So to put it in the form of a question, who will be or what will the Lakers starting lineup look like next season? I'm going to give you my take and you give me yours in the comments. So I got in the starting lineup at the 1, Austin Reaves, most improved player, first-time All-Star, All-NBA. At the 2, D'Angelo Russell, bounce-back season. D'Angelo Russell did not have a bad season last season, people. Let's not get hung up on the playoffs. Yeah, he came up short in the end, but shit, the whole team came up short in the end, if that's the case. But I think he's going to bounce back. And if he doesn't, we're going to trade his ass. I'm sorry to say. Now, at the three, we know who LeBron James, year 21, the guy who we need to average less minutes next season so that we can get a healthy LeBron. You get a healthy, rested LeBron in the playoffs, we're winning the whole thing. Now, the only question, we know Anthony Davis is going to be in the starting lineup, but at what capacity? If you're Darvin Ham, you cannot afford to concede into this man and let him move back to the 4 and put Jackson Hayes in the fucking starting lineup. I like Jackson Hayes. I'm pretty sure he's a good player. I'm pretty sure he's going to be great on our team, coming off of the bench in scenarios. Not in the starting lineup, taking up minutes. Because although he'll be great for us defensively, he can roll to the basket, he can finish, he can rebound. You need shooting, especially in the West. So let's not get cute. That means in the 4 spot, some people, they might like Jared Vanderbilt at that 4 spot. Some people, they might call for Taurean Prince in that 4 spot. I think the clear guy is Rui Hachimura. I think he earned it, if you ask me. If it was anybody who showed up in the playoffs, it was that guy. So at the 4, I got Rui Hachimura. And I got Anthony Davis at the 5. The guy who needs an adjustment. And what I mean by that is the coach, you need to pull him to the side and say, hey, look, forget all that Will Davis shit I was talking. We don't need you to be the number 1 option. We don't need you to be the number 2 or the number 3 option. We just need you to focus on the defensive end and become the defensive player of the year. Bounce back season. All-star season. All-NBA, all-defensive team. And whatever you can give us on the offensive end, hey, that'll be a plus. And I think in that role, he can still give you 20 and 10. But the clear number 1 option next season, the guy who's going to have the ball in his hands most of the time, and the guy who should be taking the most shots will be Austin Reaves. Mark my words. Remember I said the shit. So that when all these little nerds on ESPN and these other shows start saying it, you can mark back to this. Which brings me to our bench, and I'll wrap it up like this. I think our young guys are going to have a great opportunity to get minutes. Jalen Hood-Schifino, I've seen enough. Big kid, NBA body already, can handle the ball, can show that he can make the right decisions. He's a rookie, he's going to mess up at times. But he also showed that he can guard. And that's important, especially now with how deep teams are and how guys that are coming off the bench can give you 20 on any given night. I think having a young guy like this that can run around screens all night, that's going to be great, especially because I think Gabe Vincent is better at the shooting guard position, even though they have him listed at point guard and they have Jalen Hood listed as shooting guard. I think Jalen Hood showed that he was more of a point guard. Or maybe that was just because that's what he was asked to do during Summer League, but that's what I seen from him. He was a point guard that could score. And I think Gabe Vincent is a shooting guard who can also facilitate. So them two in the backup backcourt would be great, in my opinion. And I think Max Christie needs some love because he showed me enough. He looked like he got bigger. Looks like his game is developed. And this could be a season where he shows you something. And if I'm him, you should walk right up to Cam Reddish, look him in the eyes and say, hey, bro, Sure, you're a great guy, but, you know what I mean? Don't even suit up. Because you're just going to be chilling. So I'm suggesting Jalen Hood at the 1, Gabe Vincent at the 2, Max Christie at the 3. And then here's where it gets interesting. I would put Taurean Prince at the 4 and Jared Vanderbilt at the 5. Experiment with him in like a Draymond Green role. Because you need to get him off of the 3. I'm pretty sure he's been working on the 3 all summer. You know, and that's nice to hear. But shooting it in the game is way different. And it remains to be seen whether or not he can do that. So rather than throwing him back into that same position, you know, which to me will be putting him in a position to fail, you know, and then you just have guys like Taurean Prince and Cam Reddish taking his minutes, and then you got him sitting on the bench disgruntled when he could give you something because he can do a little bit of everything. The motherfucker just can't shoot. Maybe he's shooting with the wrong hand. So I think putting him at the 5 or put him in the dunker spot, you don't need Jackson Hayes every game. There's not that many bigs anyway, especially if you're going to have AD playing the 5. I think Jackson Hayes is more of a situational guy. You know, we got 2 bigs we playing against. Okay, throw him out there with AD. That's when you move AD back to the 4. They got a backup big. Okay, then we throw Jackson Hayes out there. But for the most part, backup bigs are 4s and 3s playing the 5. So if that's the case, you could put Jared Vanderbilt at the 5, Taurean Prince at the 4, Max Christie at the 3, Gabe at the 2, and Jalen Hood at the 1. That to me is a nice backup. A nice backup unit. A unit that can get up and down the floor, a unit that's going to guard hard, and more importantly, a backup unit that can keep a lead when you got your starters on the bench. And that way you don't have to play LeBron James and Anthony Davis the whole fucking game. But that's all I got for now, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments section. Let me know who is your starting lineup for next year for the Los Angeles Lakers. And do you agree with me? Do you believe that Austin Reaves is going to take it up that much? Do you think he's going to take it up a notch? Do you think that he could be the Lakers' #1 option next year? Or should he be? Will he be an all-star? Or am I reaching? Y'all let me know. But that's all I got. I'll tap back in later. Make sure you tap that like, tap that subscribe. Stay tapped in.